Hello everyone, this is a random fire question on the way. Please subscribe, like and share, and please watch to the end. Okay, so this question is actually a very simple one, but it is very complicated, which means that it requires some deep thinking. Let me read the question, and I shall just input it here. And boom, here it is. So now we just simply do the question. Let's observe. So the number has to be like this, right? Because this goes there. And now we just have to work out these digits, which will be the same. Now let's see. Multiplying two of the numbers together, the number is either 2-digit. No, it can only be 3-digit, right? Because if it's 4-digit, it will be over 1 million. If it's 2-digit, it will be under 100,000. So it has to be 3 digits. Right. So we have to consider the actual multiplications, right? So what we're going to be doing here is considering the multiplies that end with a 4, right? So we have 0 times 1 equals 0. 1 times 2 is equal to 2. 2 times 3 is equal to 6. 3 times 4 is equal to 12, and so on. So now we know that. Let me just tell you which ones actually work to save your time. Right. The one that works is none. None of them end with a 4. Therefore, we move on to 3 consecutive numbers that multiply. Right? What I meant by that was you can multiply this to get this. Right? But now it doesn't work, so we need to add another one. Right? And they have to be consecutive. If we do the same thing, 0 times 1 times 2 equals 0. 1 times 2 times 3 equals 6. 2 times 3... We get the ones that work are... let's see... 2 times 3 times 4... and 7 times 8 times 9. So, what can we do here? Now I want you to imagine, right? I want you to imagine multiplying, right? Because, let me just draw this here. But now we notice something. We don't need a 3rd digit, right? Because otherwise it would overshoot into the sky. So therefore we delete the 3rd digit completely off the face of this whiteboard. Left with this. Now we know if this is AB, this has to be B plus 1, this has to be B plus 2. And this has to be A. It has to be C because, yeah, it's consecutive. So now what we can actually do is to multiply, right? So let's replace it with A2 times A3 times A4. And let's do it separately. What is the multiplication of this? Now this is, hopefully you understand what I'm doing. It's 100A squared plus 23A plus 6 because, well, you have, here is 10A and this is also 10A. So then if you do the multiplication and stuff, you indeed get this result, right? You're imagining A to be 10A because it's actually 10A in the term of, because this A2 as a number is equal to 10A plus 2 as a numerical value. So let's continue. If we multiply this with A4, which is simply 10A plus 4, which means I'm going to ungroup this and duplicate this and move it here. Like so. If we expand out this long thing and simplify, we get 100 well, actually 1000a cubed plus 630a squared plus 152a plus 24. Now, this is the important bit, right? What we see is we can try a equals 7 because we know that 7 cubed is equal to 343, which is, fun fact, the speed of sound in air. But that is not our interest here. If we input 7 cubed, we get around 343,000, which is still under the limit. However, if we input 8 cubed, then we get over the limit. Of course, if you times it by 1,000. Like so. So let's try 7. Now, I know this will be pretty tiring to do, right? Basically, let's just try it. So 72 times 73 is equal to, if you do the calculations, 5,256. 5256 times 74 is equal to 388,994, which is sadly not the correct answer. Therefore, and it's low by the way, so we can conclude that there are no more options, and we delete all our previous working. What a waste of time, but it is called math, right? So we can actually delete all of this in one big go. Bye-bye. And then let's try 789. 789, right? So the idea here with 789 is we're going to do the thing again. A7 times A8 gets us 100a squared plus 150a plus 56. If we multiply this by our little bit of a 10a plus 9 times this, we have, if simplifying, 1000a cubed plus 2400a squared plus 1910a plus 504. Right? Pretty simple, ain't it? So now we can estimate. Once again, a is equal to 7. Let's try it. 77 times 78 is equal to 6,006. 6,006 multiplied by 79 is equal to, drum roll, if this is wrong, there is no solution. It is equal to 474,474. Yay! It is amazing. As you can see, the flashing lights symbolize our success. And of course, now let's get back to work doing our thing. Erase this mess. Revert the background. Actually, leave the background. And we have got this, and it's actually pretty cool because these are 2 segments, right? Which is cool. So the answer is 77, 78, 79. If we sum them, we get 234, and that is our brilliant answer. And by the way, I'm just going to spend some time talking since we are almost reaching 10 minutes, which will be the maximum length of this video. Let me tell you about a very sneaky trick. Watch this. Take any random number. Write it in reverse and make sure the bigger one's up top. Then subtract. What do you get? Right? So you get an amazing result, 21978. Is it divisible by 9? Yes, it is. And by the way, this is always divisible by 9. I might make a proof on this, but we're reaching a time limit. Oh no, okay, bye. And please remember to subscribe and